Father God, we first of all thank you for this incredible country you've given us to come and play a sport like this without fear of being harmed. We also thank you for our guests from USN, give them a safe trip back, and help remind us as we try to win on the court that both teams here are on the same teams as your children, as Americans. Through your Son, we pray, amen. Our national anthem from the friendly confines of Nashville Christian School in Bellevue, Tennessee. This is Mike McPherson bringing you the play-by-play broadcast of University School at Nashville Christian. The starting lineups, first of all, for for University School, Kendall Burgess, 31, Ella McQuain, Sydney Neal, number 20. And Leah Payne rounds out the top 5 for University School. Excuse me, I missed the last one, number 14, Nia Saggy. And now your starting lineup for Nashville Christian Lady Eagles. Charlie Harper. Whitley the Barbecue Miller. Ava the Panda Express Pomeroy. Raleigh the Irish O'Connor. And rounding out the top 5, our only active senior, Carmen the Drake. Ready to resume or begin action. And Coach Brothers will not be here till late in the game, so I'll be winging it. Don't know how many stats I can bring you, but we'll keep score in time. But it is a little difficult to not have a spotter, and he does a great job. So Raleigh O'Connor will be jumping with Ella McQuain as big district action for both teams. The ball up tip, it is controlled by USN. Putting it in play is Kendall Burgess facing a man-to-man. Pomeroy picks her up. And Ava knocks it out of bounds. It will be retained by University School. Sideline out of bounds. Leah Payne throws it away. Pomeroy's going to pick it up. Pomeroy's going to take it down. Lob inside to Drake. Drake lays it up. It is a little hard off the glass. No good. Rebound, University School. Burgess to set the court. Both teams with a chance, and let's see what happens as they're going to lob into their big girl. She lays it up left-handed nicely. Ella McQuain gives them a 2-0 lead here. 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Pomeroy looking for a help. Gets it to O'Charlie, back to Pomeroy. She'll gun the three. Did she make it? Off the back iron, no good. We crashed the boards, and they're going to give it to University School as the Drake and the Irish hustled nicely after the boards, but lost control out of bounds. University School leading 2-0, 7:16 to go here as we've just started action. Pomeroy putting good pressure on Burgess, and we're going to get a little too much pressure there as she's going to get a hand check called on her. First foul for her in the first of the game for Nashville Christian. Burgess will give to Payne. Payne driving down the right side. Help is there, but they lob inside. The girl was open, but we steal it away. There was Whitley there, and she's going to give it in back court to a traveling O'Charlie. She was trapped along the baseline and in trouble. Not sure where that call came from as we allowed the pass, but recovered nicely as Drake scraped it out of there. University School driving, number 20, putting up there, no good, but no one there for the backboard, but we come away with it. This is Drake down the right side, Pomeroy down the left, and she should be shoved out of bounds. No call. O'Charlie will gun three, a little strong. Getting the ball, McQueen stolen away by O'Connor. The Irish, they're trying to trap everywhere. She gets it out of there nicely to O'Charlie, top of the circle, left side, Ava. Works it to Whitley on the baseline, no good. We're getting good shots, they're not falling. We're also crashing the boards nicely as Drake comes out of there with it. Cross-court pass to Pomeroy. The Panda Bear drives, kicks to Whitley. She'll gun. Still short, we're still cold. University School coming out of there, with the ball and bringing it up, Leah Payne. Payne third steps, takes it into the lane, floats it up there, no good, air ball. Drake out of there with it. They're trapping in backcourt also. We beat it this time, 4-on-2. Give it to Pomeroy, 17-footer short. O'Connor there for the left-hand putback, and she gets us on the boards. 2-2, 5:50 to go in the opening canto. Pomeroy putting good pressure on Burgess, looks for a cutter, throws it away. And a scramble there over on the sideline with O'Charlie getting a tie up, and it will go back to Nashville Christian. She tied up Saggy over there. Coming in, number 25, Charlotte Sigmund, and she'll check in for Saggy. Pomeroy will race past the timeline, looking at a 1-2, looks like a 1-2-2. We work the ball around the horn. Barbecue cross-court pass is deflected, picked up on the steal. Nice hustle by McQueen. Gets to Burgess, throws ahead. Looking to Neal. Neal gets it inside. Now back out to the big girl from 15. No good. McQueen a little short, and she's going to shove from behind and get the call. So the ball back to Nashville Christian in a low-scoring game. Both teams getting good shots, not connecting. So I'm sure the scoring will pick up here in a moment. 5:14 to go, ticking as we come past the timeline, 2-2. Barbecue thought better of it, gives to O'Charlie. Gives the Panda Bear back to O'Charlie. Willie's got it. Is she going to gun it? No. Gives it to Panda Bear, who fakes, looks inside. As we work the left side of the zone, now we back out. They're extending their zone pressure quite a bit. Drake's going to have a baseline drive. Yes. From 15 on the baseline, we worked it nicely and came open on the baseline. That baseline shot is there right now if we can hit it. 4-2, we take the lead. Drake has 2, O'Connor 2. USN gunning a long one, no good. Drake comes out of there with the board, looks for a cutter, instead brings it past the timeline, splits a double team, gives to Panda Bear, drives the baseline back to Drake. She'll gun the three, off the rim, no good. Little old Charlie tried to get the rebound, but it scraped away, and Burgess will clear into front court. 4-2, Nashville Christian extending our man-to-man. We got a deflection, and now we get a steal. Here's Drake lobbing ahead to Panda Bear, takes it down, and she's going to be tied up. Nice recovery by Burgess. And they will get the ball on the jump ball. Grayson Bonds checking in for O'Charlie. 4:07 to go. And Grayson will come out to pick up Burgess. And we're now in a little bit of a protected man, it looked like. We're backing up some. University School driving the baseline, no good. Big girl putting it up there, and she's going to be fouled.
Looks like O'Connor underneath her. And McQueen will go to the line. McQueen, the tallest girl on the court, and she gives us trouble in matchups. 4-2, she bounces off the front of the rim. We'll get one more. She has the only 2 points for University School. 4-2. And she cuts it to 1 with her third point. Bonds racing past the timeline, stumbling, but gets it to Whitley. Thinks better of the drive, gets it back out to Drake, and we set the court. 4-3 inside to O'Connor from 14, in and out. That's the shot that we're hoping she can start hitting, and it was a nice one. It just rimmed out on her. And they've been talking about her hitting that 15-footer, and it's going to pull the defense out toward her. Nice decision by Riley. It just didn't drop. She's guarding the big girl at the free throw line. Good pressure by Bonds on Burgess. Burgess drives the baseline, left-handed up there, no good. University Sioux crashes the rebound, lays it back over number 13. That's Payne, good. And they take the lead, 5-4. Nashville Christian racing to front court. Here's Drake, left side. Bouncing it back out here to Pomeroy, right side to Bonds. Quickly to Miller. She'll gun from 3 for the corner. Yes. 3 tray. We take the lead, 7-5. Whitley with a nice basket. We lead 7-5, and we're going to get a hold or a wrist holding call down there on the baseline, and the ball will go or stay with University School. Lizzie Lacey in, Lizzie Dizzy Lacey in for O'Connor. They run 4 across the free throw line, get it inside, but Pomeroy scrapes it away with the steal. Left side to Drake. Let's see what Drake does. She stutter steps into the lane, floats it, lays it up there. Good! And she was fouled. As she was going down the left side, took another dribble, went all the way under the goal, reverse layup. It's good. And Drake has 4, and we have 9. 3-point opportunity the old-fashioned way. O'Charlie set to check in. Carmen Drake, the gunner guns, bang. She has 5. 2:49 to go. We lead by 3, 9-6. O'Charlie back into the contest for Pomeroy. 9-6. Burgess being guarded by Bonds. Now we're extending the pressure quite a bit. Good pressure by Bonds. She's going to reach and get a block called as Burgess kind of faked a little bit of a crossover, and then Bonds kind of bit and got her with a block. 10-5. Nashville Christian leads. Ball into University School, and they're going to be stepping on that sideline. Our view, we can't really see that sideline right below us, so we just have to wait and see the call. We lead by 10-5. Here's Grayson Bonds, right side, penetrates, frees up Drake. Thinks better of it. Gives it to O'Connor, who tries to free her up. She's going to drive the baseline again. They double team her. Back to Miller. Rims out. No good. University School out of there with it quickly. This is Payne down the right side. She's going to take it. Floated up there. No good off the backboard. But Burgess gets the boards, comes out of there with it, and she walks. Nice rebound by Burgess. But as she spun the ball around and her body, her feet shuffled. 10-5, 2:13 to go. O'Charlie, right side, Bonds. Bonds almost walked, gives it to Whitley. Barbecue out here to O'Charlie, left side to Drake. The Drake looking. Looked at Lizzie for a second. Right side Bonds. Bonds that time did. She's picking up that back pivot foot before she's laying the ball down. She got away with it once, but not that time. So on the turnover, as we tick under 2 minutes, Burgess sets the court for University School. Pomeroy set to check back in. University School. Get the ball in the corner. Driving baseline. This is Burgess. She's tripped by Bonds. That'll be our 5th foul already here. 1:44 to go. Checking in Oberbreckling and Pomeroy in a 10-5 lead for Nashville Christian. University School set to bring it in with a box set. Drake, the free woman underneath the goal. University School lobs it into the big girl. She lays it up, no good, but they get the rebound. It's the second wide open putback they've had a chance at, and it didn't go. Drake roaring past the timeline. Get to Pomeroy, back out to Drake. Fakes the 3, drives in, We whip it quickly to Overbreckling. Nice ball movement to Lizzie. Lizzie walks. We are picking up that pivot foot as we step before we're laying the ball down. The ball's got to hit that ground before that pivot foot can lift. So, again, footwork is so key and vital in basketball. Everything starts with the feet. Burgess is going to bounce inside. Nothing there. Oh, she loops it nicely. She pivots. That's Sydney Neal, and left hands it up there nicely. Nashville Christian, this is Pomeroy. She's going to gun a long one. No good. We've had good shots. They won't fall. 10-7. Burgess past the timeline looking to tie it or not cut it to 1 here. As she's going to walk with the ball, but they don't call it. And we throw the ball away on the outlet pass, but they deflected it. So we will retain possession side midcourt. So Brooke Burgess, I'm sure she may be the sister of Kendall. She will set the court. This time she's also running the point. 43 seconds to go. They look for a back cutter nicely and putting the ball up there. No good, but fouled is Sydney Neal. So looks like University School running a little 5 out there, and then you dribble at the wing, and that wing dives and cuts, and they hit it nicely. And Neal with a chance to cut it to 2. Front iron, no good. So University School will have one more. Checking in is Barbecue, if she makes it. Eyes it. It's off the rim. No good. They get another offensive board falling away. They've had 3 nice ones, but they can't put them in. They're trapping Drake in backcourt. Let's make them pay for it, but we didn't that time throwing the ball away. So the pressure worked for University School. They sold out to the trap, and we throw it away. So Miller checks in, and out of there will be Drake. 10-7, 31 seconds left here in your first quarter. Nashville Christian hosting University School. And we get a reach on Pomeroy. They're going to call that. They're going to actually say she stepped out of bounds with the ball. So 26 seconds to go. We have a chance for the final shot, leading by 3. 24 seconds to go. O'Charlie, right side over Breckling. Looks back to O'Charlie. O'Charlie, top of the key, gives to over Breckling. She's going to drive, left-handed over there. The ball is deflected. Pomeroy saves it. Penetrates with 12. Gives to Lizzie Dizzy. She misses. 8 seconds to go. University School out of here. Coming down court. They're shooting a 15-footer. No good. It is blocked by Pomeroy. 2 seconds. Does Lizzie get it off from midcourt? Just right. And the first quarter ends with Nashville Christian in a low-scoring, tight game, leading University School 10-7. We'll be back in a moment. Ready to resume play. Mike McPherson will bring the action without Coach Jeff Brothers. Hopefully he'll be here by third or fourth quarter. For University School, Payne with 2, Neal with 2, and McQuain with 3. Nashville Christian, Miller with the 3, O'Connor with 2, and Drake with 5. Leading 10-7. We bring the ball front court, left side. Pomeroy frees up Lizzie, and she's going to drive all the way across to Overbreckling. She guns. She'll be a little short, but Barbecue comes out of there with it, backs up, looks at a cutting Overbreckling, instead goes to O'Charlie. They're going to weave, dribble out top. Pomeroy trying to penetrate. Gives to Whitley, who will drive baseline, brings it back out here. University School extending their zone. And they're coming out on the ball real hard and kind of forcing the drive there and trying to take away the 3 at the same time. We do a little weave action there. And so we bring two to the high post. Whitley trying to pound it in there. Inside to Lizzie, who makes a nice move, hooks it up there. Thought she got hacked, but they come out of there with it. Here's Burgess. Burgess down the right side, picked up by Pomeroy. Oh, nice stutter step dribble. Gives to McQueen out top. They're going to hand off to Neal. Neal takes it all the way around, lays it up no good, too hard. Puts the ball back up. Sadji, no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line. University School getting several second chance opportunities, but have not been able to capitalize. And they'll be going to the line, sending Burgess. Brooke gets the bounce nicely good. Excuse me, that's Sadji. I apologize. Sadji with her first point, 10-8. Sadji short on the second one, but they get the long rebound. Double teamed, and they clear it to Burgess. Burgess tries to set the court against the pressure. They go into a 4-out, 1-in, and throw the ball away. We may have deflected it, and they're going to give it to them. University School, baseline out of bounds. That's a 4 block. They're going to screen the screener. Floater up there, no good. University School pounding for the basket. Miss another second chance opportunity. They get another rebound, and a foul is going to be called as they are banging the boards. They're having a tough time following up their shots. Some of them are floating backwards or fading and not getting a good look. But McQueen, along with the other girls, are hitting the boards nicely. McQueen cuts it to 1 with her 4th. She has a basket and 2 froze. And she rims out this one. And University School pounds the boards again, but knocks it out of bounds over to Nashville Christian, leading 10-9 at 6:37 to go. University School sending in a couple of new players. Returning Payne, and the other Burgess. Kendall Burgess picking up the ball. Here's Pomeroy penetrating, and they're going to call a reach on the baseline. We'll get the ball underneath our own basket, leading 10-9, 6:31 to go. Barbecue will bring the ball in. Drake sets a screen, then turns and rolls. Get into Pomeroy, and what do they call? Another foul on the baseline. That's University School's 4th. We have 8. So Miller set to bring it in, and they're going to call another hold, and we're going to go to the line. No, we're not. Looked at the scoreboard wrong. That's the 5th, and they're going to have to get her out. So they get another girl in. Let's see if Ava can get another one fouled. Now we lob it over here to O'Connor. Oh, we whip it nicely to Whitley, 15-footer bouncing. That's her shot. No good. Drake over the back. So that's our 6th foul. The next one sends them to the 1-1. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Sportscasting dyslexic right now. I keep looking at the wrong side. They will go to the line. That's our 9th. So Naya Saggy, who has 1 point with 1 free throw, will eye for a 1-1. Her team trailing by 1. She'll attempt to knot it up here. A little bit of a subdued crowd here. I'm sure if this game stays this close, it'll be a little louder in the 4th. But it has been rather slow, low-scoring action here. She guns it up there, no good. So once again, we come out of there with a chance to increase our lead. Here's O'Charlie, gives to Drake. They wanted the 3, but they close out right on top of her. We whip it nicely to Ava. Ava lobs it over here to Miller. Miller will gun the 3. Yes! She trades it the trifecta from 21 feet. We lead 13-9. Nice shot by Miller. Her second 3. She's got 6. Pomeroy, nice pressure on Burgess. Looking for a cutter. Doesn't get one. We're going to trap it nicely in the corner. If we can keep it there, then we recover nicely, but we let the ball into the high post area. University School trying to penetrate. Good pressure. She steps through, lays it up there. No good. Battling for the ball. University School scrapping. So is O'Charlie, and the jump ball will go back to them. So a nice 3 by Miller to give us a 4-point lead. McQueen out of there and coming in is Sigmund. Charlotte Sigmund and Burgess to inbounds for Unity School, 4 across the free throw line. And O'Connor reaches, knocks the ball out of bounds. Our camera angle can see more of the corner than I can, so that's not, I kind of need to refer to our monitor here when it's in that deep corner. University School with the ball, throwing the ball inside, and it's stolen away. This is O'Charlie with a nice steal on fronting the post there. She's going to be doubled, gives it to Drake. Pressure on Drake, back to O'Charlie. O'Charlie to Drake. Drake to O'Charlie. Back to Drake. Looks to drive, nothing there. Pomeroy looking to penetrate, wheeling to Drake. She'll gun the 24-footer. It will go off the back rim. University School will let that go out of bounds, and they shouldn't have, because they touched it last. We will retain possession, leading by 4, 5:06 to go. Again, neither team really heating up. And game of runs, National Christian has a chance to extend this short lead. Ball to Pomeroy, the Panda Bear. Sets the court, penetrates to O'Charlie. They play catch. Inside they find Drake. Drake lays it up, no good, but is fouled. She left-handed up there. Might want a shot fake on that next time, Carmen, but nicely drew the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Drake on the night with 5. And she'll shoot 2, getting hammered when we found her nicely at the post. Carmen Drake, senior, only active senior on the roster. She guns it, she makes it. She has 6, National Christian has 14. University School has 9. Checking in Bonds. The second one, rims in and out. We've had a lot of those. O'Connor gets it, no good. The second try lays it up, good by O'Connor, and she is fouled. Nice putback. As Riley kept battling, got the second rebound, her own missed shot, laid it back up there, and takes the lead to 16-9. And she'll go to the line. O'Connor with 4. Eyes it. Guns it. Bouncing, no good. McQuain with the board. Finds Burgess. Burgess sauntering past the timeline. Setting the court, Nashville Christian still in the man-to-man. Takes it all the way down. Floats it up nicely by Burgess. That's her first 2. 16-11. Nashville Christian cuts it to 5. Bonds roaring past the timeline. Loses it. Will fall on it. Burgess there to tie it up, and it will go or stay with us. 16-11, 4:32 to go. Grayson got a little out of control there, but hustled nicely to fall on top of it to avoid the turnover. Here's Panda Bear, takes it all the way in, lobs it under O'Connor, lays it up. Good, left-handed. Nice feed, and O'Connor with 6. Great penetration by Pomeroy and getting the assist. University School gunning a 3, no good. Drake out of there, beats 3 people. We've got the numbers. Here we come down. Pomeroy lobs inside O'Connor again. Turns, pivots, lays it up. No good. University School, McQuain out of there with it. Trailing 7. Burgess, point guard, past the timeline. 3:58 to go. Clock running here in the second quarter of play. Burgess gets a couple of ball screens, takes it all the way, floats another one up there. This one's no good. But O'Connor struggles, gets the ball, almost throws it away. Yes, she walked. She turned and was going to throw to Bonds, and there was McQuain standing right there. And we turn it over on the baseline. 18-11, 3:47 to go, second quarter. Burgess to throw it in, Brooke Burgess, and she gets it to the Kendall Burgess. Back to Brooke Burgess, who guns the 3, no good. O'Connor out of there. Does a clear dribble, gets it over here to the Panda. Give to Drake. Drake looks, hits a cutting. O'Connor takes it all the way in, lays it up. No good, but she is knocked to the floor by McQuain. And Riley is drawing the fouls and getting to the line. So O'Connor with 6 on the night. Her team ahead by 7. 3:32 to go. The clock stopped here in the second quarter in a low-scoring contest. O'Connor bites it off the board. She knew that wasn't pretty. Just act like you had it planned. Next one is up. It is going to be off to the right, no good. O'Connor has 7 on the night. The ball deflected by O'Connor. They try to get to the post. Good defense. We've got the ball over here on the sideline. Nice denial. They call a timeout, and fortunately that avoided a turnover. We had a great front there on the post, great pressure on the ball, good denial on the perimeter, perfect defense there by our Lady Eagles, forcing a timeout right before the turnover would have occurred. And we'll take a short timeout here, also with a score and 3:18 left in the second quarter of play. Your homestanding Nashville Christian Eagles leading the University School visiting Tigers 19-11. Back in just a moment. Mike McPherson, who's bringing the play-by-play without Coach Jeff Brothers, who hopefully will arrive sometime in the third or fourth quarter. Mr. Andrew Atkins is doing our video, and Jack is working our score clock, doing a nice job. As we come back on the court with an 8-point lead, University Schools sideline, out of bounds. So again, a run by either team will take us out to a 10-point lead or put them right back in the game. Like to make a nice run here at the end of the first half. University School sets the court. They bring it into Burgess. And she looks to throw it into McClain, who turns and makes a nice 10-footer there by McClain. She's got 6, cutting it to 6. O'Charlie gives to Miller. Cross court. Drake to O'Connor at the free throw line. Dribbles, hitches, lays it up. It's good again. And the Irish was fouled as her second chance for a three-point play. Nice job hitching and going. 21-13. O'Connor leads all scorers with 9. One throw, and it's off the left side, so she's a little off the mark on her free throws. 21-13, University School trailing. Coming into front court, throwing number 20 throwing up a 15-footer. That's Neal Good, and it's 21-15. Quickly, Nashville Christian pushing the ball nicely in front court, not giving University School a chance to relax. Drake drives the baseline, don't pick it up down there. Gets it out to O'Connor. We swing the ball around to Oberbreckling, and it's deflected out of bounds, but we will retain possession. Miller to Oberbreckling. Gatlin's got it. Looking. Gives it to O'Connor, and they're going to foul her over the back. She's going to go to the line, and so hopefully Whitley can start finding her groove from the line. In a 6-point game, O'Connor leads all score with 9, Whitley Miller with 6, and Carmen Drake with 6. We have 3 girls on the scoring column. And Riley O'Connor will receive 2 shots. We're in the double bonus. She guns it. Back of the rim. So she's a little frustrated with herself. And Lizzie Dizzy Lacey set to check in for O'Connor, who guns this one off the back of the rim again. Tries to tie up University School, and Drake, because of the pressure from O'Connor, gets the steal. Pomeroy lobs it out of bounds, trying to hit Gatlin, but didn't have enough on it. Lizzie Dizzy in for the Irish. University School down 6 will bring it in back court, trailing by 6, 2:15 to go. So when Brooke Burgess is in at the point, her sister or cousin or relative or team member goes to the wing. University School driving all the way, and Burgess trying to take it up there, and they're going to call a foul on the reach there. And the bench is just a little bit bothered by the penetration, but frustrated by the call too, but probably more bothered by allowing the drive there. Burgess, Brooke eyes it, guns it, rims out. Both teams struggling from the field and the line. Panda Bear checking back in for barbecue. Brooke Burgess, who has not scored of the night, looks for her first point. Eyes the mark and pops it. So she's got one. Nashville Christian leading by 5. Pomeroy wheeling past the timeline to O'Charlie. Harper with the ball. Looks to penetrate. Throws on the baseline to Drake. They pick up the baseline pretty nicely. They get it in the corner. We drive. Drake is pushed from behind and picks up another foul. University School is putting good pressure out there, but they're sometimes overcommitting and getting the block called. So Drake back to the line with 6 points. And the senior rims this one out. Both teams struggling. I'm sorry I don't have a spotter. Can't keep stats. Just trying to keep up with who scores and who fouls. Both teams in the double bonus. 1:45 to go. We lead by 5 in the second quarter. Carmen string music this one. She's got 7. Coming in is the Junkyard Sizemore, JB Junkyard Sizemore. And we go into a full court 1-2-2 press. Let's see what University School does with this. We get an immediate trap. They get out of it and come going past the timeline. We come over and double team. We get back pretty good, but Burgess is going to gun on the baseline. We do force one. JB comes out of there with it. Rolling past the timeline, she's going to pivot and walk. So JB with the turnover when she comes out of there with the ball nicely. Need to just jump stop, Junkyard there, and wait on help. She did come out of there roaring nicely. Got to slow down, hit the jump stop. 22-16. Low scoring action is University School trying to spread it out. Burgess in the corner. Guarded out by Pomeroy. She's going to take it all the way in, and she's going to be fouled on the floor. Both teams, a lot of fouls, a lot of missed free throws, not a lot of scoring. 1:22 to go, a lot of whistles. Both teams now been in the double bonus for a while. And Kendall Burgess has 2 on the night. She'll look for her third. She puts it up, and she will also draw the back iron. Grayson Bonds checking in for Panda Bear. Frizzy Bonds in. Burgess, the second one off the rim also. Drake slaps the ball to herself. Roars past the timeline. Carmen the senior looking. Holds up, gets over here to Harper. Harper brings the ball to the top of the key. Get to Overbreckling. Overbreckling looking. Gives to JB in the corner. Looks for help. Gives it to Overbreckling. Nice baseline pass. We then hit Drake for the layup. No good, and she's then going to foul on the reach in after the rebound, sending University School 75 feet. The other end, coaches hate those fouls on the other end of the court. And University School will walk the court. And Kendall Burgess, who has 2 on the night, just missed 2 free throws, checking in. Getting to the line. Cammie Bishop checking in. Burgess this time gets the bottom of the net. She's got 3. They cut it to 5. Burgess checking in for Drake. Excuse me, Bishop checking in for Drake. Sorry. Cammie, the checkmate. This one's off the back rim. JB, no, that's Grayson. Rebound. Roars past the timeline. Gets it all to Gatlin. She dribbles out there, and I don't know about the guy. It's a muff. You're supposed to be able to dribble a muff. I wish they could really clarify the rule, although I think it's clear you can dribble that. But it can be confusing. University School inside, powering up there, no good. We get away with a nice block in Grayson, who I thought did a step through. She stepped through and passed. And a lot of whistles. 40 seconds left. We trail by 5. University School set to bring it in. Good pressure, and they will throw the ball away. Excellent defense man-to-man there The Irish checking in for the junkyard. JB out of there right now. 22-17. Bonds to get the inbounds from Harper. Bonds will bring it up. 38 seconds to go. And she's going to lose the ball, struggling with it. They're going to probably get another jump ball. But before that, they call timeout. And probably shouldn't have, because they were going to get the jump ball. They had the tie-up. That's where you don't want to get the timeout. So they were going to get the jump anyway. With 32 and a half seconds left in the second quarter, Nashville Christian with 22 points, and Miller has 6. O'Connor with 9. Drake with 7. For University School, Kendall Burgess 3. Leah Payne 2. Nia Saggy 1. Sydney Neal 4. Brooke Burgess 1. McQueen leads their scoring with 6. Both teams, a lot of missed free throws. A lot of shots clanking off that back iron. Both teams hustling well on defense. 22-17. And we will set, once again, our man-to-man. Brooke Burgess hits a cutter. She's going to struggle with it in the baseline and get a walk called with excellent recovery on the back cut. She really wasn't open enough to hit. We covered it pretty good. With 22 seconds to go, we'll walk the ball up. This is Harper setting the court against an extended 1-1-3. More of a 2-3 that will eventually trap. Bond struggled on that sideline, and she's going to walk. So a little bit of an unforced turnover with 11 seconds to go. University School with a chance on the last possession here. And here's Burgess coming up. 8 seconds, 7. She gets the ball, screen takes in. She's going to skip it all the way across, and we will get the final chance. Hopefully, 4.6 to go. So let's see if O'Charlie can get a downhill run there. They come to pick her up. They're going to throw to Riley. 4 seconds. She struggles, comes past the timeline. Is she going to get the foul called for her? Yes. And again, another foul that coaches pull their hair out over, and O'Connor will go to the line with 1.9 fouled 50 feet away. So both teams have given favors to the other. The Irish, she's short. Riley struggling there, trying to find her rhythm. She has 9, and she stays there, but she gets her own rebound, and they come out of there with it. And we'll go to the halftime locker room ahead 5. Riley is not happy with herself as we come off. Well, we'll take a little bit of a break here if you're watching. We hope you're enjoying the action. It is a little slow, but if this game is this tight, and when we hit that fourth quarter, it's going to start coming to life here. But with timeout for halftime, Nashville Christian leading at home on Sawyer Brown Road over the visiting University School Tigers, 22-17. We'll be back in a few moments. Well, one of the top coaches in Middle Tennessee, Southeast America, and the world, Coach Jeff Brothers, is now joining us for the second half. Coach, good to have you back.
Good to be back, and good to have you as a partner again tonight as we start the action back in the second half. And as a promotional spokesman, you do a good job.
Well, I think this is bonded as also. So, Nashville Christian passed the timeline. Pomeroy left hands it into O'Connor. They pick her up this time. Pomeroy left hands it to Charlie Harper. We move it around nicely. Whitley backs out of there with it. They're still extending that 1-2-1-1, and we're going to miss the shot, but O'Connor with a nice board gets it back. Pomeroy left side. We whip it around to Lizzie. Gives it to Riley, and I still would love to see those girls jump stopping at the block or at the post. And I know my former players have nightmares of hearing me say jump stop. Riley O'Connor gunning. Riley, who has struggled, strings this one in, and she has
10, double digits.
10, all right. She's leading our scoring. I think Drake with 7 and Miller with 6, right?
Yep. So
All
only
right.
3 girls in the scorebook, which is unusual for us. Usually
Definitely.
We spread the wealth pretty well, not just with our starting 5, but all the way down the bench as well.
And there we conk another one. That's what's been happening. Lizzie gets the board there. O'Connor going to take it in. No, she's going to bounce out as we whip it around. Here's Miller. Gets it to O'Connor. 14-footer is going to be short. Lizzie, nice hustle. Taps it back in, but University School out of there with the ball. Coming past the timeline.
And, University School always plays physically.
They do. And Payne left hands it up there, running nicely with the floater and cutting it 23-19. Ava gets it to O'Connor, and they pick her up at the free throw line. But here's Miller gunning a 3 off the rim. Neither team hitting it nicely. Miller trying to save it, throws it back overhead, but had stepped on the line. And, Coach, both teams have really struggled from the field and the line.
Well, I tell you, I like the extra pass that Riley made right
Yes.
there. The unselfish play to kick it out to an open Whitley. Just wasn't able to get it to fall.
Well, both teams have really played hard but struggling here. I lost my sound there.
There it is, yep.
I'm good there. All right, University School trying to move it around the rim. O'Connor, nice hustle. Ball still in play and knotting it up there more with her first 2. And they cut it to 2. Got a game here.
Well,
Whitley gives it to Lizzie on the baseline. She nestles it in nicely from 10. Her first points, and we go back out by 4.
And this is our 3rd game of the week. So, fatigue probably going to set in a little bit as
Right.
we continue play.
University School struggling on that baseline. They bounce it, and not a good shot. Pomeroy comes out of there roaring with the air ball. Coming past the timeline, turns, loses the ball, and University School, that's Burgess, comes out of there with it. Kendall Burgess, nice pickup of off the dribble, trying to cut into the 4-point lead of University School, of Nashville Christian. University School with the ball, and Pomeroy's going to reach. Both teams, Coach, a lot of fouls. Both were in the double bonus in the second quarter. 20.
Ava's first, though, according to the scorebook.
This scorebook is not up to date on fouls, though.
The official scorebook. I listened to the
Oh.
PA announcer,
Good.
David Humes, who does a great job for us. He said it was Ava's first, so I trust that.
All right, University. Did you pick us up on live stream driving back over?
I was not allowed to use my phone as I was driving, so no, I did not.
Okay. All right, University School setting their court. Charlie putting pressure on the ball with a little too much overplay there. Allows the drive. We pick it up and help and deflect it off our foot. University School will maintain possession. Inbounding is Dabney Moore. Moore lobs it out here. Number 20, that's driving, throwing it up there. Neal, no good. Neal gets it back, struggles on the baseline, and another jump ball, one of about 27 jump balls so far.
Well, again, physical and aggressive play from USN is a staple, and we're matching that clearly. And we have a deeper bench, I think, which is what's going to pay off as we go down the line. And full disclosure, Coach, I wouldn't know how to find the YouTube live channel.
I'm the same way. Both teams have hustled. The coaches can't get on to them about hustling. They're both doing that. It's just an ugly game. And you have those. O'Connor, nice up and under, takes it over here to Pomeroy. The Panda gives it back to the Irish. The Irish hands to O'Charlie. O'Charlie, top of the key, backs it out of there and signals for Pomeroy to come and get the ball. Instead, left side to Miller. Miller takes all the way. She's going to float it from 10, in and out. But O'Connor with the nice board. She's going to get to Pomeroy. Pomeroy left hands it back to Miller. Miller, as they whip it around nicely. Here's Drake from the corner. Bounces no good. Again, both teams pretty cold, but playing good defense, closing that on the ball.
And we're moving the ball well around that zone, Coach.
Definitely. Their big girl hammered from behind, no call. Burgess in there scrambling for it's going to be in trouble. There's going to be a 3-second call here as McQueen, who leads their scoring with 6, I believe. Did she score another one?
No, that's a miss.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. 25-21. National Christian up by 4, approaching the halfway point of the third quarter.
Got a baseline runner with Carmen behind that 2-3 right there, and Riley at the elbow. Probably look for a little high low.
Right. We got it there. They looked for it. You called it, but the bad pass, and we throw it away. University School coming out there. Neal will bring it up. Neal asking for help. Now she takes it to the right. Gets in the corner to Moore. She's going to gun an air ball. Here comes Bishop, lobbing beautifully ahead. This is Miller, lays it up nicely good. Bishop put perfect air under it, and the checkmate perfectly executed, 27-21, back to 6.
And, Coach, we done a good job all year looking down the floor when we get possession of the ball, trying to get some transition baskets.
We get the foul on the baseline, but, yeah, we really push the ball nicely. Our girls do a good job of finding each other, playing unselfishly. They do play good team ball. They look for the open girl. Inside to the big girl. She's going to be hammered as she tries to get up there, so McQueen will go to the line. Lizzie Dizzy, Lacey ready to check in. McQueen at the line can cut it to 5, and she clangs it up there too.
Well, Coach, that's Riley's third, so in foul trouble here with about a period and a half still to play. That's not a good sign.
Right. There have been a lot of fouls. McQueen rims that out. Both teams just struggling offensively. Here comes Whitley, left side. She's going to drag the pivot foot, but got away with it. To Drake, we swing it nicely. Drake steps through, pounds it off the glass. Good. Bishop got it to her. Yeah, Bishop got it to her, and she got her in the air and went up underneath her. 29-21. We're up 8. University School lobs it in nicely. McQueen, but too hard off the glass. Here comes Lizzie Dizzy. She committed too quickly. University School 2-1. Here they come down. And Drake did a nice job of jabbing at her. Again, she should have jump stopped. Drake passed the timeline, lobs it over to Miller. Miller looking for a cutter. Instead takes it, floats it from 5. Yes! Nice transition. We go out by 10, and Carmen, Coach, jabbed at the dribbler, and she just clonked it up there.
Just psyched her out, just
really did.
Gave her a little bit to think about, and the girl altered her shot just enough to bang it off the rim, and Carmen with enough athleticism and balance to get the rebound and push it down the floor.
Burgess with the floater, the ball will go out of bounds to Nashville Christian. And again, I think if they jump stop there, they have a wide open basket, but that's why I'm up in the booth now.
Well, like I said, that's what's going to be on your headstone, Coach.
Yeah.
Jump stop.
31-21 as we work the zone. Lizzie Dizzy, high post,
There's
nicely inside to Drake. Drake lays it up, yes.
Great
We go up nicely by 12 on the high-low. Coach called it a while ago, and we got it inside.
Well, just a great way to attack that 2-3, sliding behind those block players and force the middle player to come guard the high post, and then you got a good inlet there for a nice 2-footer.
University School now down 12. This run is big. McQueen counters with a nice turning 7-footer.
That's her first make of the second half. She's 1 for 4 from the field in the second half and 0 for 2 from the line. So if they're going to climb back into this, she's going to have to hit at a higher percentage. But we're doing a good job defending the shot.
They get it back to 10, and Burgess gets a deflection. She's going to take it all the way and lays it up there, scoops it, no good. Here comes Bishop roaring out of there, left-handed, comes past the timeline. Left side to Miller. She guns. Did she make it? Ladies and gentlemen, she made it. We go up by 3. Whitley Miller with the tray, 1:25 to go. Third quarter.
Whitley's got 13 on the night already, Coach. That's the first three-pointer of the second half.
And University School will be forced to take a timeout, and we'll take a brief timeout here. We've extended our lead to 13, 1:21 to go. Back in a moment. Ready to resume play. University School getting in a little bit of a hole here. They'll try to dig out here. Burgess left hands it, floats it up there nicely, cutting it back to 11.
Her first point of the second half, 5th for the night, and she's a streaky shooter and a good little athlete that can create some shots like that if you're not careful with the basketball.
We're struggling on the zone and lose it on the sideline. Here comes University School pounding past the timeline, and she'll get a foul on the floor. So here's a little run by University School with a basket and then a turnover, or getting a turnover. And we foul on the floor. Pomeroy checking back in for O'Charlie. We lead by 11, just under a minute to go third quarter.
Yep. We're still playing our man-to-man, kind of the staple of our defensive half. Coach sticking with that with an 11-point lead here.
They're double teaming Drake. They're going to pay for it. Give it to Lizzie. Lizzie takes it in, left hands it up there, good off the glass. We break it nicely. Back to 13-point game. Half minute approaching here, third quarter action.
I believe that's our largest lead of the night. Is that right, Coach?
At 13, yes. University School gunning a long one up there, in and out. McQueen lays it back in, though, on the rebound nicely. They cut it back to 11, 22 seconds to go. Long front court pass to Miller. Miller brings the ball out as we set for one shot. Bishop over to Pomeroy, back out top. Bishop, 12 seconds left. Bishop to Pomeroy to Bishop. They play catch, 8 seconds. Nice pass inside. Drake steps back. Whitley will gun near the buzzer. She's going to miss. 1 second. Can we get off in time? Pomeroy did get it off, but it was a little long. But we take an 11-point lead to the fourth quarter, and we have gotten a little bit of a gap. Still a long way to go, but University School has got a pretty big hole to dig out of in 8 minutes in which to do it.
Well, and we do a good job of transition, after missed shots and even after made shots and putting pressure on them to get back on defense. That's kind of been their demise here in the second half. It's going to be hard for them to climb back into it if we keep hustling down the floor and pressing on the offensive end.
Right. We're scoring on some of our transitions after a turnover or a missed shot, so they've got to make a few shots to have a chance, because we're gonna get it and go, as you said.
Yeah, and that's what's helped us get, I think, to an 8-2 district record. USN comes in at 4-6 in their 10 contests, and so we're entering in now this week into our second half of our season. Our girls are continuing to learn and grow, to play well together, and very unselfishly still as we get into the second half, which is good to see.
Good pasture atop the league, undefeated, but we're hoping to at least get that second slot and get a good seed here. University School brings it in to begin Third quarter into McQueen. Nicely, they get it to her, and she turns and lays it up nicely. They need to try to do that every time, and they are back to 9. Cross-court pass to Miller, who nicely guns it. 14, 15-footer there along the baseline. 40-29, we counter nicely. Lizzie trying to deny their big girl. Cross-court to Burgess, who cuts into the lane. She's going to loop up there, and it's going to be fouled, it looks like, on the floor. And they'll bring it in underneath, and we're checking in the Irish and O'Connor out, Lizzie Dizzy, and the Panda Bear.
Well, that's Ava's 4th foul, Coach, so that's something of some concern as we just now started the 4th quarter.
Inside to McQueen's, bricks it, gets it back, turns, lays this one off the rim, 5-6 foot, as she battles nicely, cutting it to 9. Miller past the timeline on the right side, wants to take it all the way in for a 12-footer. She aired it, and University is struggling on that baseline, but comes out. Here's Burgess. Burgess rowing, looking right side into Moore as they look for the high-low, but we deflected away, and Riley with a nice hustle and gets the foul called on McQueen with her hustle.
It's a good job of Riley just staying with it and being aggressive to the ball. That's the 4th foul on McQueen, too, so she's going to have to sit down.
Oh, man. And she's been the difference here in this slight comeback. 7:01 to go. National Christian nursing a 9-point lead. Right side here to checkmate. We swing it around. Miller back over to Bishop. Bishop top of the key. Harper. They play catch. And we get a nice baseline shot, and that's O'Connor as we go wing to high post to short corner, and we work it as good as you can work it and go to an 11-point lead. University School cannot cut into this. So far, we come back and counter even if we don't stop them. They're going to backdoor. No, they don't get it, and they're going to struggle with the ball. This is Burgess driving past timeline, and she's going to float it up there and get fouled on the drive. And she'll get 2.
It's Cammy's 2nd foul, so she's still got some grace to play with there. But with Burgess, she's just driving to the basket, scooping the ball up from down around waist high,
right,
and really just looking to draw that foul.
Right. Kind of throws it up there and got bailed out. She guns it and makes it. Kendall Burgess, nice looking free throw there. Cuts it back to 10. 6:24 to go here in the last quarter of action. Another clunker up there on free throws as both teams still struggle. We're rolling out of there with it. O'Connor gives it to Harper, who comes roaring past the timeline to Bishop as we pull it out a little bit. And now they've gone man-to-man. So we set the court, 4 out, 1 at the high post. O'Charlie backs it out of there, giving it to Miller. And they're trying to draw the defense out, and then they'll try to drive around it. And University School will have to come out and get us because we're up 10, under 6 to go.
Just running some clock. I don't think we'll be afraid to shoot. It's just going to have to be open layups and drives to the basket.
Right.
Double team.
Nice spin by Miller, gives to Bishop. Bishop back to Miller. They clear out for her. She brings it back out top. Fakes penetration, wheels back to the baseline, coming back out, and we got what we wanted there.
That's going to be Cammy on a blocking foul on setting a screen, illegal screen.
Was that an illegal screen?
That's what the official said. It was an illegal screen.
Coach Dan is questioning that. I don't know.
She looked like she was firmly planted there at the elbow extended. Official didn't see it that way, so that's how we'll have to proceed.
And we don't have the Jumbotron to get the replay. We're up 10, University School. They're laying the ball down nicely, driving, no good. And they're going to lose the ball out of bounds on the rebound. Hustling nicely was Payne, missing her shot, deflecting it out.
Ava's checking back in with 4 fouls, so she's going to have to be careful, but looking to provide a little bit of a spark maybe on the offensive end and some ball handling as they continue to run that 5 out and try to run clock off here.
Man-to-man pressure. We set the screen, and we're going to get a timeout. Coach Dan Wilkerson wanted to make sure we have no problems getting the ball in. We're in good shape, but this game is far from over. We lead by 10, 5:26 to go. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Resume action. National Christian set to bring the ball in on the baseline, and the officials allow them to clear off their sixth man. Coach, they've never let me do that. We always get the technical when that happens. But here's a long football pass. Picking the ball up nicely is Miller, and a long quarterback throw there. We lead by 10, trying to milk a little bit of this clock.
Yeah, we're 5 high right here. We're just Riley now at the elbow. But we're just going to set some ball screens, try to get some backdoor cuts, open shots, run clock.
We've got some pretty good ball handlers, so they're young, but
they're unafraid.
Yeah, they're really not. And when these girls are seniors, man. And we've got a lot of freshmen playing a lot of minutes this year. It's just it's always exciting, even though I hate Carmen being a senior, but as a coach, when you have that many kids contributing at this age, to think you've got 3 more years, and they play older than they are.
They are, and I got to give a lot of credit to Carmen being a senior, being in I think she's in the 1,500-point club or right there at it, if I'm not mistaken. And she has played completely unselfishly and just has enjoyed, you can tell, playing alongside these younger girls and being a leader for them and a mentor.
Just an unusual situation that our girls are handling very well, and we're trying to dribble out this clock. Drake out top, 4:37, and running, 10-point lead, Nashville Christian. O'Connor comes out to see if she wants a ball screen, but it's stolen away nicely by University School. Not the shot you wanted, and then we're going to foul on the rebound. They did not execute a 2-on-1 properly, but we bailed them out. And going to the line will be Payne. She'll have 2.
I believe that's Carmen's 4th foul as well, Coach.
All right.
So we're going to play the last 4 minutes of this game with quite a bit of foul trouble on our end.
Payne also crooms it off that back rim. We've heard a lot of clanging tonight off that back rim, both teams.
Kind of reminds me of the seniors on the faculty senior basketball game today, clanging the ball.
When they lost by 25, yes. 9-point lead. Panda Bear coming past the timeline against Burgess. Oh, and Burgess takes it off of her, and then Pomeroy gets the foul in frustration, and she will go to the bench for the night. So a big loss there. Bishop will check in. Pomeroy with a frustration foul, and that will send Brooke Burgess, who only has 1 on the night. Is that right?
That's what I have, yes.
And we're going to get a timeout with Nashville Christian. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 9-point lead. So, again, the game of runs. University School has a chance to get back in it.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of foul trouble here, so that's, I'm sure, what Coach Wilkerson's talking about.
Right.
We're on the verge of losing 2 or 3 of our starters, key players. It is a good thing we have a deep bench, but they're going to have to pull us through here.
And I tell you, the foul trouble can change the game. Early in my career, we were out at Donaldson Christian School, had a 16-point lead in the first quarter, but would foul 6 girls out and lose in double overtime. I still have nightmares there, and I think of that whenever we get in foul trouble.
Now, is that back in the days when they had to change the peach baskets out at halftime? So
it was shortly after the Civil War. Feels like it was.
Still playing 6-on-6 back then. Ladies basketball, right?
It seemed, that was after we were 5-on-5. Yeah, I never coached in that 6-on-6 except had a church league girls team I coached while in college with the 3-on-3. All right, here we inbounds a 9-point lead halfway through the last quarter, and a foul away from the ball on University School holding. So they're having to pick up the aggressiveness to try to get back in. And we set 4 across. We run a double screen for Carmen. She reads it nicely, comes back, but we don't get it to her. And we're in trouble back, and they get the steal. They struggle with it, but maintain possession when we knock it out. And
good by Cammie there. Coach, we got to trust that quarterback pass down the floor.
They've
do. Got 5 along the line right there denying the ball. And we just got to let it go and go get it. We've got the speed and the athleticism to do that.
And we can't throw it in on the baseline. They're going to get a trap. Oh, they come wide open but don't see it. University School, little ghost play. Burgess falling away, knocks it home. and it cuts it to 7, and we're still just right now halfway through. A lot of time left, and they're coming after the ball, but here comes O'Charlie roaring out of there, gives to O'Connor, who brings it back out to Miller. So the lead is to 7. We've got it. We need to counter here with the basket. Miller throws it off Burgess. She deflects it. The pass was not really there, but we were fortunate to get bailed out with the deflection. We run 4 across the baseline. We lob to Drake. Oh, just put it up there. She dribbles it out. That's okay. I thought she had the 4-footer.
You know, I thought USN had that played well because Burgess was standing behind Carmen to defend that and just didn't do it.
Yeah, she just wasn't. She was in the right spot, just didn't do it. Miller struggling on the sideline, gets it out of there and is bumped and blocked by Moore. And we are 1 away, maybe 2 away from the bonus. I guess that's their 5th.
That's their 5th, yeah.
Bringing in Miller.
More importantly, her 4th. You know, Moore's
another
4th.
one.
So Moore's got 4. McLean still on the bench with 4. You know, we can certainly attack them. They're going to have to be careful.
So we bring everybody out again. Here's Miller. University School going back out to put pressure on her. Burgess will bump, and that's their 6. So they've got to come and get us. We're a little faster than them, hopefully. Well, I mean, they got a couple of girls really fast. I think our overall speed is a little bit better. And O'Connor will come out.
And these games always close with USN.
Yeah.
I've been here 10 years, and it seems like every year both games, home and away with them, are close, hard-fought games in the girls' side.
Last year, O'Connor hit a buzzer shot to beat them at their place.
Yeah, on a quarterback long pass as the clock ran out. Great play drawn up by Brandon Wood.
It was. Great play. We play a little handoff weave, and we're going to turn it over. University School coming out of there nicely with it. This is Kendall Burgess. Driving along the baseline, and once again, we bail Neal out. Again, no jump stop, and she's throwing one up there, and we bail her out. Those are the kind that drive your coach crazy because they're not going to make the shot. They're throwing it up there to draw a foul, and we helped them out.
Well, and it wasn't that Whitley was even really trying to contest the shot. She was just there and moving alongside Neal, and Neal just committed completely to leaning in and chunking the ball towards the basket.
Neal makes the first one, not the second one. Very few girls have made both free throws tonight. Bishop passed the timeline, double-teamed and fouled. No call. Then they call a walk. The foul should have been called first, but they got away with the foul and we walked.
And Cammie picked the dribble up in the coffin corner right there and paid the price for that.
6-point game. Burgess looking to drive on Bishop. Bishop picks her up. A lot of size difference, but Cammie stops her from penetrating nicely. And they're throwing another one up there. This time, Neal squared up a little bit better, and they cut it. Is that 4?
Yeah.
2:24 to go, and they're pushing O'Charlie out of bounds. No call. We throw it ahead to Lizzie, and we throw it out of bounds. Bonds to check in. And they shoved Charlie out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. But Coach Dan kind of upset with the end of the play.
Well, I think Charlie looking down the floor and forcing the issue. When she had leverage with the ball, she could have just dribbled in the front court and run that clock and set up a good offensive set. Right.
Burgess setting a screen on Burgess. Doesn't work. Lizzie comes out of there with it. Bishop ahead to Drake. Drake takes it in, powers it up.
Foul, yep.
No good, but she's bailed out also because that's a tough running floater.
That's fouls on 13. Payne is her 4th.
All right. Well, it's a 4-point game that Drake would like to extend to 2 baskets. Or to 6 points, I guess. 43-38.
And not that our young girls aren't capable as well, obviously, but this is the person you want on the line in a situation like this. She's
Definitely.
been in a lot of similar situations and pulled through very well.
She guns it. Bottom. 44-38, back to 6. Still a long way to go.
You like to see your senior step up and hit those 2 free throws. You said on both sides, people have been struggling to hit both, and Carmen confidently and calmly steps up and extends the lead.
Lizzie Dizzy out in the Irish. Also Bonds in there to pick up the point. Guard Burgess bringing it past the timeline. Her sister in the right corner. They throw it inside, spinning with the ball. USN, nothing there. And laying the ball up nicely again. Neal cuts it to 4. As she throws it up there, gets it in, and now Miller's going to be trapped. Burgess knocks it out of bounds. Good defense. The trap was coming. 4-point game, 1:38 to go as we try to hold on to one here at home. And into Oberbreckling. 4-point lead gives to Drake. As we penetrate, give to Bonds. Bonds, she walked again.
Foul.
Hope Bonds may have carried it, but we get more with the block and fouling out also. So each team has lost a player.
And good job by Grayson that time, controlling her body, knowing that Moore was coming alongside and trying to play some tight defense. And Grayson expertly positioned herself to draw that foul.
Bonds with how many she got on the night?
Yes.
Okay. Bonds.
This will be her first.
All right, let's see if she gets on the scoreboard. And there's the typical free throw of the night. But Drake there for the board, brings it out. That's a big play right there. They had a chance to cut it to one basket. And Whitley trying to milk some clock, doing the pullback dribble nicely. And Drake, with that an intentional foul, they're not going to call it. When you grab the shirt, it's supposed to be intentional. And let's
they're
see.
Discussing that now.
They are discussing it.
And it should be. That was a clear, open lane to the basket that Carmen had, and
he's not going to call it.
Burgess just absolutely grabbed her jersey and held her back.
Coach Dan is not arguing. He's just remaining calm there. And Drake ahead 4, bottom 5. 1:13 to go, and Carmen's got how many?
She's got 14.
45-40, 1:13 to go. Still a lot of time. And she guns it, makes it 6-point game,
15,
approaching 1 minute.
15 for Carmen, more importantly 4 for 4 on free throws here in the fourth quarter.
Burgess throws a long floater up there. I tell you, I'm seeing a lot of Bob Cousy type shots that are not going in sometimes by both teams, but I don't know, these running long, I call them the 8-foot layups. I just don't think they're smart.
I don't think they were researching Bob Cousy to perfect that shot.
If you know who that is, you're old as you listen to this. Bonds bottom.
That's Grayson's first point.
It's just a hard shot to make, running full speed, throwing it up like a layup from 8-9 feet. I just don't see a lot of them going in. Bonds guns it, makes it. Those are big. So 2 bad possessions by USN gives us an 8-point lead with the free throws.
1 minute to play.
We're hitting them when we need to. Burgess in trouble is going to knock the ball off her knee. Now they're going to call it off us. Down to 55 seconds.
And we don't need to be really hand checking and trying to poke away steals right here, because we also have committed the double bonus number of fouls and don't put them on the line with the clock stopped.
Let's protect the goal right now. They lob it. Throw it in the corner. Here's Burgess driving all the way, lays it up. No good. Putting the ball back, no good. That was McQueen. And she hasn't had the ball in a long time with 4 in foul trouble, 4 fouls in foul trouble. 38 seconds to go. And we throw the ball away. Broccoli, and again, we're going to foul 65 feet from the goal, and they'll get to walk. It's one of the fouls that drives a coach nuts. We foul them in back court, stop the clock. They get to walk, and as Coach Spann used to say, and get to shoot with nobody guarding them.
Yeah, and with just 30 seconds left, it's going to take them 7 or 8 seconds to transition down the floor anyway.
Right.
And not so much now.
Yeah, it goes into the 20-second mark somewhere in there, and Burgess bangs and clangs another one off the rim. So both coaches will be addressing the free throw issues tonight. We maintain an 8-point lead. If we get it past the timeline safely, we'll be in good shape here. Burgess, Isaac guns it. She misses this one. We get the board. This is Drake, and she's going to be called a foul against her. I'm not saying that right. University School fouls her, and she'll walk 70 feet. Of course, they had to foul really there, 32.7. With an 8-point lead, Carmen can make it 10 and come close to salting it away.
Well, once again, this is the one you want on the line. So good job by Carmen being aggressive to
right.
the rebound right there and having strong hands, getting fouled. step into the line.
She guns it, twines it. O'Connor back in. Out, Lizzie Dizzy.
16 for Carmen, and the last 5 have come at the charity stripe.
9-point lead. The gunner guns. Rims out, no good. McQueen with the board. University School in a hurry. Down 9. They got to have 3 threes, and us miss all our free throws. And she's going to throw a running 15-footer up. We foul. And once again, stop the clock. And you're just wanting the clock to run.
Yeah,
and we're making sure it stops.
No reason to really contest that within arm's reach of the shooter.
Neal eyes it. She'll have the double bonus and makes it nicely, cutting it to 9 to give them a little hope. It would take a pretty big lady basketball comeback for this one, but we've seen stranger things. She rolls this one in to cut it to 7. We're trying to get the ball in, and we lose it. It's not over yet. And we bail out. Neal again. Coach Dan, he just, it's nice like this. I'm glad I'm up here, Coach.
Well, this is where the youth exposes
itself. Definitely.
Just not understanding the situation of the game, playing the last 30 seconds like you play the first 30 seconds in terms of your aggressiveness in your hands, and you really no need for that. And Neal makes the first one. Cuts
it to 6. It looks nice on those shots, and it's no good. Burgess gets it, pulls it out here. Oberbreckling, nice steal, gets it to Drake. That could have done it. Drake throws it over here to Oberbreckling, and she walked with the ball. That's happened. We've done that about 3 times tonight where we're picking up the pivot foot before we lay the ball down. That's at least the 4th time we've done it. So with 13 seconds to go, they've got to have a 3 and a timeout. Let's see what they do. And she shoots a 2, not knowing what the score is.
We've got a foul away from the ball.
Was that on
Riley?
Riley.
It's going to be her 5th.
And she'll walk to the bench too. So they're still in it. They should have shot a 3 then, but they got a chance to cut it to 4, but still it would be 2 possessions. She nets it nicely. That's Ella McQueen. And it's a 5-point game with 7.6 to go. University School still a little hope. Down 5. Now 4, 7.6. And timeout, Coach Dan Wilkerson will make sure we got a baseline out of bounds, inbounds play to inbounds nicely and hopefully get fouled.
And I don't know if Coach will come out, this timeout with that idea, but Carmen had the ball on the baseline inbound, and I think that's who I would choose, just being a senior and having the experience of the situation and making a good decision on that. And if nothing else, heave it into the front court and make them take the time to come down the floor and don't contest the shot. That'll take 7 seconds in and of itself.
Really will, and we just don't want to inbounds it on that baseline. They're going to get a quick trap. You risk throwing the ball off your knee. So we'll stay right here with you. 7.6 to go, seconds to go, 49-45, and it's been a little bit of a subdued crowd. Mainly because it hasn't been an overly exciting game, but it's still a game both teams have fought very hard. And I do appreciate the effort on both squads.
And just looking down the stat lines, in the second half, Whitley and Carmen both with 9 points to lead us offensively, and we've had a few others sprinkling some baskets here and there. But with those two at the hot hand in the second half, we'll probably be looking to get it to them at some.
All right, let's see. We are looking for the long ball, but we don't throw it. She runs the baseline, gets it to Drake. Drake, 6 seconds, gets to Bonds. Bonds will bring it on up. She's going to dribble it out, and that's going to end it right there. They tried to foul her, and nice play by Grayson, dribbling the clock out. And National Christian, that coach, that sends us to 9-2, and we maintain that second slot in the district.
Yep, good job by the girls. And like we mentioned right there, the last 2-3 minutes of the game, the exposure of our youth and inexperience in a moment like that. But we'll learn from that. Coach will teach off of that, and to be able to learn those lessons and still come away with a win is a good thing.
Right. It's a lot more fun to learn the lessons winning, but Well, we'll be back in a few moments with the boys' action. It should be a great one. Also, we won in overtime with Donovan Smith hitting a late shot last time, but our girls win it here at home, and we'll be back with boys' action in a few moments.